Nsem-Pii TV nie.
Mene unko na enkomobia akoso efa directive bia free Ministry of Education Haruna Iddrisu na ensem a ewo ne directives no nyina ne se Ghana schools ewo Ghana ha nyina no emfa ye mother tongue no enchade na se school no ewo Tamela dagbo makasa enkra no ewo dodo na wo no etie no eno na achechefo no emfa nchade na wakaye no wam kire se if you crash ekosisi wakane in general enti yedi yinim se universities any technical universities and school bia ewo wo man konkron Ghana ha no eka ho na abusia lecture bia wagidi ewo Ghana ha na eba no sa semwe ya na eba no sa nima we ya wakoda no mu edi afutu sembi edi abra eye owura Haruna Iddrisu na nsem wo ka che Haruna Iddrisu nyina ne se free emra eye owura eye honorable adutwem obedi akunwa no as education minister no ana say MPP amayiko no ebaaye no yemu ensesaye bebre e Ghana education mu a even Ghana emofra tim free Ghana ha kwabrochimam ekokoje award bebre e wonsa na nyuma ho na ohun ana say Haruna Iddrisu enema oba Ghana woye no ase ni nyina akoye ethics morality and sanema no na de besere Ghana yonkra ewo international marketing de ase Haruna Iddrisu wajenemu and I say wo kana wutitintin na twaso and watade shem eno pe ene hia Haruna na ba bia Ghana nkra ebetimi akọ akiri de wonka ho asem wo se Ghana mofra ebetimi akọ international enya de da se yebetimu ede twi kasa no ana ye dagoma kasa ana ye sehwe ne yemfant no akọ international abusia yanko na afutu bia eye Dr. Boakye Dankwa ede ama Ministry of Education ni NDC ama yego no yanko na wa kasa kotibi ye ba Nsem-Pii TV ye ne atifo ebeto aso.
Look, medium of communication, medium of instruction, just say kasa o de kira kwada de ewo kwala school, basic school, just say if you to wa primary ni ade no education is as anko na kwala no kasa ye wo no tu mu no eno na ye mfa na de who say
you mean what I see amapo lecture na matcha na watifu na the theory I was a Minister of Education, but the name is some constant could be bad. The one is a bit shapey, the Ghana education system. I was an adjoint said that can cause about all the curriculum, but we share ethics, we share morality, we share culture. So I do not consider. I think recently we are making comments about dressing those staffs in Abu compared to a former Minister of Education. What can I say? I did the last 2 years or so, the last 3 years. Now, I probably achieved the rasta.
Yeah, Tyrone Magua.
Yes, I achieved what I've also been in the school, but the then education minister comment on baby key and said, once some countries are thinking about going to the sky or robots, building robots, we are thinking about haircuts. Okay. But when you see the ones who are making emphatically clear, so we are molding the case for future. And dress no be CFA. Now coming back to your question, so we share any type of educational system we will now. Always say your background in a week for another father say a possible need and a better tea. English English. It is a possible need of better tea and the custom will be best sharing school sermon education because one of the background. And what they the member custom is sharing. And then the airport, and I think maybe say the dear is a Kayama said the dear best way. See, you shoot the local language, you know, and that's a L1. basic level. Maybe can be basic level from KG and our crèche. JHS 3.
Okay.
Secondary school in Tanko. Because now with a secondary school near international ankasa.
Yeah.
And internationally, if you want to be competitive, you can use your local language. Because so we share countries here, or more the best educational systems in the world. And your local language is in that. You talk about Finland. Finland is the #1 country in terms of educational system. Singapore is #2. Singapore in independence 1965, 8 years after Ghana had independence. But Singapore uses English language as a medium of instruction. It's one of the best industrialized economies in the world.
Sure.
Singapore is the lowest unemployment rate in the world. The total population in the country is 6 million. The local languages is 6. But still, we use English language as their medium of instruction. And if Singapore use English, nobody achieve the best here. If you use the English, they achieve the best. What's wrong? In Tinkamedia, so the minister can use one so damn castle, a secondary school, and as a basic, and a tertiary. But once you can GS, once you can GS, GS4 in charge of basic and tertiary. In Timu say a basic JHS, primary JHS, and secondary school as a worker. But secondary school, dear, this will not advance and be unfavorable. Young policy in our to be internationally competitive, because they say there are so many international programs here. The secondary school for echo. Last year, Prempeh College called Japan. What is it? This currently, among volley near the day, some of the schools Kumasi girls were qualified or call national. The Kumasi girls and Chennai were qualifying or call Infant so Tokyo, Japan. We could do a number of influence. How would the students be able to explain themselves well? Because we call international now, international language, which is the English language that we could use. And believe it or not, English, I take space already in the world. All over, most countries in this use English. What I say? Even China. When you say China, for employ people from the English countries, especially even Ghana.
I'm a fan of Ghana. Yes. I'm also more, we pronounce Thursday, or say Thursday, send us CCTV a capture. I'm going to say, on table for you can Thursday, Thursday. I'm not going to say,
that is it. Me call these doctors here, we university here. PhD China. Say catch adopting that's what I say. Need opportunity Philippines. English
Baba, that's a honor. You really say. So what's all my Corano can't me say Bodejo Banchi Habaina the JHS. Nothing na SHS and a over Chileno Brofona. Proficiency, ubetimi a camera from SS and Goa and Econo.
But that's it. And say the minister kind of yes, I know what you say. Young Kofa, your local language, L1, and children Kora de Wo, primary JHS and Crown. Was he blended? So, and you blended, but what dear blended each the same. Just a word English in each class and not running TRC here. What the local language, a catcher.
Okay,
now one TRC. The one no challenge a woman said. The infant said me, I'm a him. Said me as Antiniba. So what I say. Would you call Tamale? The Goma for crew. Some men coach at the 26. And one of them into the Goma. It make English now, Korano, Tia. Then I made the Gumba no actual. And then I made a son, so no actual. The Ghana education system also you see liberalization. Me, you bet my police teacher near Kobe, as where your services are needed. Only do the call. It's a service. The service here with Tamale, and yet the Qua. Now the person may blend medium of instruction in my Kurana. Here's the case, maybe a challenge. The mark will try a challenge. That is a problem account. This year, proceed any sadia. Any young teacher for us one. Young should be a bit may issue a common language teacher in work control or common language in the soft. So what I say.
Yeah.
And in basic school, primary school, JHSD. Young finds very concepts in you and them planning TRC. Young blending. But secondary school, dear, I think say you free opera. What dear, it should be purely international language, English language, so our case can be internationally competitive.
Look, you know, simply no brown and yellow pay.
That's
right.
Gary makes you for the almost Afghanistan and with each other.
Okay, yeah, then I now, my MBSO National Health Insurance. Now, one who know pay kwani ye ka ho sem. Say system bi a wo mokra ba bon tabeka say wo ma apologize to the public. Say system sheda nya adwuma yi enti enam so ma as a baby akoye cash and card ni de keka ho. Na so wo table so a wo di tu dwa say wo be nya say honorable kwabena minta account do ba be chirim. Ediama Ghana for ewo Brazil Jeffie.
First of all, normally health matters now. So the IPS a foul be out, and politics as usual, and partisanship as usual. Until the bill had done for, we need to talk about them and talk about them dispassionately. So, politics in the MPP now, one be behind now. Local constituency, no constituency now, no be into the Cosram. Then you know, for about 3 of them. And I want to call the MP there, about you of Okagara. And some of the instances, you are even compelled to make payments for people. And the while I was trying to support, I realized everybody I know they were asking for more, like pregnant woman or cesarean section or at least 7,000 cities. I'm health insurance about close to 2 months later. And more maybe limbs. Lightweight health management system, LIMS. And also, and see, after I made this statement on the floor of Parliament, then I even got more information. So apparently, there have been issues of banter. LIMS guy, they are all operating LIMS. Yeah, man of South Kenya, so let us operate. And national health insurance, so by virtue of LIMS, now I also affecting into go. You need to pay cash to get services because with LIMS, own your cash. Everything is paperless. So I say, and say it covers Ejuma properly. And that is the reason why people are having issues seeking for medical care. And I've also chanced upon your friend saying a correspondence from the chief executive of Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Now at your Kolebu Teaching Hospital paperless system update, or on 26th October 2025. And a location, entire hospital, responsibility, all staff. And the woman is out there, it's a short way. And the lightweight health management system, LIMS, has experienced operational force and has proven inadequate for its intended purpose since Thursday, 25th August 2025. First of all, this is not the case. So I know that from deep throat sources now, they are trying to take over the LIMS The better engine contract, may name the details of the contract. The better engine for more before. Now, Ghana, you asking us, no, Ejuma I just seamless. What hospital now? I won't change the yeah, typing would be the appropriate, then you are taking care of. One of the hospitals that is using limbs is URK. And you can check from URK what they are getting from limbs. Theft. We ask we register the action go to Kuma Sana Wakosho no Eswacha. Yeah, cash entire bill. So you ask yourself, why are we always doing propaganda with all of this? And it goes on, it says, consequently, the hospital's daily operations and processes have been reverted from a paperless to a fully manual system. In response to the urgent situation, management of the Kolebu Teaching Hospital has tasked the Information Technology Unit with the responsibility of providing a health information system to ensure seamless care delivery to patients. Now, I'll go back here. This system is intended to serve as a backup to recover from the current situation and to prevent similar disruptions in the future. The hospital now has a fully functional end-to-end system that is available and ready for use by all departments without exception. Given the urgency of this situation, management encourages all departments to adopt the system in its current state, with the understanding that further customization will be undertaken once all stakeholders are aligned. My Jerry, Mr. Owen said, what are we looking for? If you check, there is a major problem. People are always willing to sell the Ghanaian people just for contract. So, people say, yes, it's a contract. No. Then the LIMS has been working. NHIS has been working. Since these things were pulled down, all of them have become dysfunctional. After now, I've been a board chair, I've acted as a board chair of Kolebu, I've been a board member of Kolebu, so I know the consequences of this. You're asking us, what are we looking for? I don't know who the LIMS guy is. My name will be there in front of him. The effort, I want to say, originally, NHIS has been very active. If you are a pregnant woman, you go to the hospital, you are given proper care. You are not charged 5,000 or 9,000 to have a cesarean surgery. If you are not charged for any medical care that it is offered to you. But as we speak, the NHIS is not working. And you can check from any hospital you know of. It's not working. LIMS is not working. We have reverted or gone back to cash and carry system. It's no more paperless system. And now I'm welcome.
Now, one finding out the reason.
Well, I've just given you all the reasons that I've seen from Kolebu at least. And I've also checked from a few NHIS people that I know. I've spoken to the former NHIS boss. I've spoken to Honorable Dr. Okoboy. And they are all kind of worried. In fact, I can share with you conversations between me and Dr. Okoboy. He's also kind of surprised that people it's just more like a test match. Your presidential contract will be on. In this year, the management over the period, he has not been paid, and he has also been asked to virtually truncate providing services. But if you're asking somebody to truncate providing services, we have about 160 or 70 health facilities within Ghana. Apparently, LIMS has been taking care of only about 70. NHIS has been working effectively in almost all these areas. What is happening? If you want to take those other places, go and take those. Or understand the person, make sure you have all the wherewithal. And you have the capacity. What developing would there come? And if you want to even abrogate or terminate your contract or deal with the situation the way you want to deal with it, then you would have done it in a way say, I affected the good people of Ghana. Because with all due respect, when this kind of hospital and you originally were relying on NHI, where if you are pregnant and you rush to the hospital and you have to have a cesarean operation, you may have a problem because nobody is to take you on unless you pay. So this is the situation, and if we don't change it, then it's a hard one.
Because they are working information be your home so you move in the check. Because Akwakoba say o suspect is a system be corrupt. So if the system is corrupt, then it means say also when you should be one will replace it, but rather no what forcing the party to shut the system down. I'm sure that is what is happening. I don't know if you are privy to that.
Well, I'm beginning to hear about all of that. I'm beginning to hear that there is a special audit on the links. Whether or not we have been given the outcome of the audit.